Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an older Build-A-Figure wave. This is the Dark Knights Death Metal wave, or some people call it the a Darkside Father, or Bat Father, or Dark Father, excuse me, wave. So this is kind of an old one, like I mentioned, but the good thing about this one, even though it's old, it's still good figures, sort of, and you can probably get them for cheap price for like 80 bucks a full set. So instead of paying 25 each, you can pay 80 bucks in total. Save yourself some money. But anyways, as always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself, or figures, I should say, in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So we'll take a look at the box of each one. We'll start off with, I guess we go left to right. So we'll start off with Mr. Batman himself. So this is how the front of the box looks. Sorry for the glare, because there's just four of them. They're pretty big. This side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at Wonder Woman. This is the front of the box. The side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. We got Robin, or Robin King, the front of the box, the side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. All right, last but not least, wow, can't speak today. Last but not least, we got Superman, or some people call this one Jay Leno, or China. Hey man, I didn't make that joke. I just saw it online, but some people say it looks like China. Anyways, so this is how the front of the box looks. This side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. All right, now let's take a look at the figures with the accessories and everything else. All right, let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. We'll start off with Batman. As always, each one comes with a card. So this is the front of the card, the back of the card, and it does come with a guitar that has a kind of design right there. And the guitar itself is very plain, very simple. I do like the paint and the face on here in the guitar. And I've heard this is supposed to be Plastic Man. I'm not too sure. So if you can correct me, please leave it in the comment section if this is supposed to be Plastic Man or not. So let's take a look at Batman. So right away, Batman is an amazing figure, and you'll see why. So head articulation, very left and right. It does swivel pretty good. Head up and down, very, very limited, unfortunately. But the paint and sculpture is very, very good. The eyes look good. That mouth looks good. I do like how, come on camera, pick it up. The jawline, very simple, but it does have painted on there, make it look like he has a beard. So in terms of the head articulation, very limited, but the paint and sculpt is actually pretty good in my opinion. Now, unfortunately, shoulder pieces are very limited. As you can see that right there, it's because of the jacket. And that's okay though, because with the jacket though, you'll see what I mean. But articulation in the arms is not good. Elbows are good. Wrist, I'm wondering what fell. Wrist, they do articulate. But like I said, even though articulation is very limited on the head, maybe on the shoulders too, but it makes up for it on the detail. Because look at the amount of detail on the gauntlet. Just look at all that. All the spikes, the color, even on the shoulder right there too, and the jacket. So in this figure, the articulation is limited, but the amount of detail on the arm is just fantastic, man. I dig this 100%. Now let's take a look at the body. Batman logo. Batman logo looks good. Articulation on the torso. There's some, but not a whole lot. So overall, torso's good. It's actually very limited, not even a whole lot. So I would say it's not that great in my opinion. But Batman logo looks good, but the jacket looks awesome. The jacket has that appearance of like leather, but it's actually not. And it looks really, really good. It's throughout the whole entire jacket. And like I said, the spikes, the painted spikes, look really, 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 really good, man. Like, people bash on this wave, and I do not know why, because this is a fantastic figure, man. The amount of detail. Look at the jacket right here. Just looks amazing. Utility belt, which doesn't really have any, but the Batman logo right here, the skulls and the chain look very, very, very cool. Even on the back, too. Leg articulation, there is some knees too bent, so you can see right there. Also, the Batman logo on his knee, on the knee pad. Articulation on the legs, ankles. I gotta say, even on the legs too, the amount of detail. Look at all that. Also, right here too on his thighs, and it's not just painted one color. It's like black as well too. Some parts are black. So I gotta say, this is probably the best figure out of this whole entire wave. This is definitely a top. Out of all these four, definitely the best one, and it looks very good. Yes, articulation is limited in some parts, but the amount of detail, paint, and the sculpture is fantastic, man. If anything, if you don't want to purchase the whole wave, definitely get the Batman one because it looks very detailed. And like I said, hopefully the camera can pick it up the amount of quality on this figure. And for the price of $25, I think you can get it cheaper enough, like 20 or 15. It's fantastic in my opinion. This is definitely a must buy. And yes, this is one of those figures that, yes, you have to go out and get it right away. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on an amazing figure. Now, there are two versions of this one. There's this one, the Build-A-Figure, and there's another one that came out that's solo. So if you don't want to get the solo, you might get the single version without the B.A.F. But I believe that one's kind of hard to find now. So regardless, though, definitely a must-buy. Now, let's take a look at Wonder Woman. So Wonder Woman comes with the card, as always. So this is the front of the card. The back of the card, and it comes with a regular stand. They all come with a regular black stand, and it comes with a little chainsaw here, which is pretty amount of detail. I do like the paint on the gold. I wish the actual saw part was kind of like glow in the dark. That would have been really cool. Now let's take a look at Wonder Woman. She keeps falling. So Wonder Woman here, articulation on the head, none. There's literally no articulation. It's because of the hair, but it's okay though because the paint and the sculpt is amazing on the head. The lips, the blue eyes, her I can't even pronounce the crown. Excuse me. Even detail on the crown, the design was very, very good. The paint's good. The hair, I like how it's wavy. Sorry, here you go. The wavy on the hair. Also too how it's black, and then it gets kind of like a dark blue, and then it gets a very light blue throughout the whole hair. It looks fantastic. The shoulder pieces, very limited articulation, especially on her left arm because of the hair. Her right arm, there's a bit more, but it's okay though because the amount of detail. Look at that detail here. The skull, the paint on the skull. It's not just one color. It's like several colors, like brown, dark brown, a little bit of black. It looks fantastic. Even here, the strap, that leather strap. Even though it's plastic, but it looks like it's a leather strap. The gauntlet here. Even the gauntlets are detailed too in the paint. Again, the amount of detail on this figure and this wave is just... I'm surprised people hate this wave. I think it's probably just best in my opinion because the amount of detail on each figure. And again, that's just a shoulder. Now let's take a look at the body. Unfortunately, no articulation. But it's okay though, because the paint is really good too. The gold, look at all that design. Also too here, sorry, I'm gonna look like I'm like touching her, but all that little detail right there, it just looks really, really good, man. And he did a fantastic job. When I say he, I'm referring to McFarlane. Fantastic job with the torso. Articulation again, elbows good, wrists good, just you can't move it up. Torso, very limited. Actually, you can't even move it at all. The torso. Now, her belt, very good too. The paint, even also paint right here, too gold with that blue. It makes it look good and pop. Fantastic figure, man. Let's take a look at the legs. Articulation's good. Knees do articulate, just that mine's is brand new and it's a bit stiff. Ankles do articulate, but again, new figure, so it's a bit stiff. The toes do articulate as well too. Also, to that, her boot. Look at the amount of detail on her boot. The amount of detail. Again, and the paint too. This figure is another winner in my opinion. This is fantastic, very detailed, and for the price of $25, you get an amazing sculpture, an amazing figure. Now, this sculpture does share with the most recent Walmart exclusive, the Wonder Woman Gold one. The only difference is the head, from my understanding. Everything else should be the same. I could be wrong though, but regardless, though, amazing figure. And if you don't want to get the full wave, this is another one too you have to get. And again, you can get this wave for probably like $20 each figure, or sometimes even 15. I've seen the full set for $80 on Best Buy. So, oops, this is probably gonna fall. So for the price of $18 or $20 that you get, if you pay for it, if you get it on sale, I think it's 100% worth it. She's gonna fall, so I'll leave her falling, leaning back to that. But there we go. There we go. Now let's take a look at Robin King. So as always, they do come with a card. So there's the front of the card, the back of the card. It does come with different hands. So this is his left fist. Pretty detailed, very veiny. And his right hand, trigger hand. All right, and it comes with a regular black sand. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Again, another amazing detail on this figure. Head articulation, a lot better than Batman and Wonder Woman for sure. Left and right, up and down. It's okay. But what makes up for it, though, is the amount of detail on that face. Just look at the detail, the teeth, the tongue, that gloss on that tongue that makes it look real. Even also, to the chain, I don't know what you call it, but it looks like a chain cover, protectant, or mask. I don't even want to call it again. But it's very detailed silver as well, too. Also, too, on the crown, it looks all like wood material, and it's really cool looking. The feathers right here look very, very, very good too. Also, too, they're painted as well. It's dark green with a little bit of the tips of purple. Hopefully my camera can pick it up. See that? Amazing detail. And the material on the feathers look fantastic. Shoulder articulation, very limited because of all the feathers. But again, it's okay though because it does make up for it. Elbows, good. Wrist. Oops. Elbows good, wrist good, but the gauntlet again. Look at all that detail. The hands, even the hands. Look at all that right here. Again, fantastic detail on this figure. And people make fun of this wave. I do not know why. I kind of know why because of, and there are limitations on the articulation. But in my opinion, this is a fantastic wave. Torso, yeah, there's none. It is what it is, but it does make up for it. Utility belt. Very simple design, very good. Paint's good. The chest, the R is good. Very simple, but I do like it, though, nonetheless. So upper body, very, very good. Cape is good, too. Yeah, very simple, but I do like it, though. I like it. Now let's take a look at the legs. Leg articulation, very, very good. Knees, do bend. Ankles do move. Toes, right there. And the boot, again, very limited not limited articulation, but the sculpture design on the boots is okay. I wish there was an extra color. If they were added another color to it, not just black, maybe like brown straps, it would have been really good. Similar to Wonder Woman's straps on her shoulder. If they were to do that here as well too, I think it would have popped and made this figure really, really, really worth it. Because unfortunately, the upper body looks very good and very detailed and painted well, but the bottom is just missing something. And if it had an extra color on the boots, maybe the laces would have been colored, I think it would have popped even more. But again, still a fantastic figure. And again, you can probably get this figure for like $20, maybe even 15. Now let's take a look at Superman. Superman comes with the card. So this is the front of the card, the back of the card. It comes with his left hand that's open. And it comes with his right hand open. You can see the Superman logo. And again, it comes with a regular stand. So let's take a look at Superman, the figure that everyone makes fun of. And I mean everyone, including myself. And first off, it's going to be that face. That face is really, really bad. I'm sorry. It's really bad. People say it's Jay Leto. Some people say it's China. It is what it is, man. But let's take a look at it. So the face sculpture, it's not good. I do like the red eyes. I do like the grin on his face. The hair, very, very good sculpture. Paint's good. In terms of the paint and sculpture, it's good. It's just that it's not designed very well, unfortunately. You can hate me as much as you want, but it's the fact, man. I'm sorry. Now let's take a look at the arms. Shoulder articulation, a lot better compared to every other figure. Look at the detail. Well, the elbows, articulation, good. Wrist, good on both sides. I do like some of the detail on his right arm. Look at that right there. I'm not too sure why he has his arm. I have read the Dark Knights Metal, but not the full thing. I say full because there's so many stories, so I'm not familiar why his right arm is like this. But again, pretty detailed. I do like that Superman logo. That's blue. His left hand, or arm, excuse me. I do like how this is kind of like this, angled out, which is cool. The wrist is cool too. Overall, his arms look okay. Torso articulation is a lot better compared to, I think, probably the best articulation out of all three in terms of the torso. Superman logo looks good. Unfortunately, there's no cape, but the back looks okay. Let's take a look at the lower body. So legs do articulate, knees, and boots, or ankle, sorry, toes. I do like this chain though. I like how it's thick and it is painted, so it gives it that feel. It's just like really, really, really heavy. So the boots look good. There's a lot going on with the boots. Again, unfortunately, there's not much paint to it, so it kind of it just looks messy, if that makes sense, on the boots. Because again, it's a lot going on. There's a lot of straps. See that? But it's all one solid color, so it doesn't look good. It just looks messy. I do like here the spikes on the boot, on the toes look very, very cool. So overall, this figure, the face is probably the worst part. Everything else, it's okay. It's okay figure. I just wish that they added maybe another color to the boots. I think it would have looked a lot better. Because again, a lot going on those boots, but since it is one solid color, it just looks, it looks sloppy. And of course, that face is really bad. No offense, I'm sorry, but that face is pretty bad. Now, when you buy all four of the Dark Knights Death Metal Wave, you do get the Dark Father, or what's it called? Bat Father? Dark Father? Or whatever his name is. And you build this big boy right here. And I said big boy because he's probably really, really huge. So let's take a look at the Build-A-Figure. So, face sculpture, really, really cool, man. I do like the eyes, that lips, that grin, that detail on the mask. Very, very good. I like the texture material on the mask. Articulation, very, very good. So overall, in terms of the head sculpture, looks good, man. I really dig it. Articulation's good. The cape, it's good. I do like the material on the cape. Shoulders, articulation, very, very good. I will say that when you actually put these shoulders on, they do pop in, so you hear a pop. So when you try to put them in, it's a bit stiff, but you'll know when it's in because they'll make that loud pop. The detail on this gauntlet look very good. I do like the spikes, also here as well too. Batman logo looks good. Torso, yeah, it's not that great, in my opinion. So the arm and articulation, let's see. Very good. Again, brand new figure, so it's a bit stiff. The wrists do move, but they're just brand new figure, like I said, so it's a bit stiff. Now let's take a look at the utility belt. I like the utility belt. I like how it's very detailed. It's not just one solid color. It's like a little bit of black, a little bit of dark brown, so it gives it that leather look to it. And it looks very good all around. The leg articulation, very good. It does bend as well too, and the toes do move as well as the ankles. The boots, very plain, very simple. It's similar texture to everything else here. Sorry, everything else here. So overall, I gotta say this Build-A-Figure, I think it's called Batfather, or we're gonna call it Darkside because it looks like Darkside. But anyways, I think this Build-A-Figure looks very good too. And in my opinion, this whole wave is good. The only one issue is probably the face of Superman. But other than that, this whole entire wave looks good in my opinion. Like I said, Batman's gonna be my number 1. Wonder Woman, the amount of details, number 2. Robin 3, and of course Superman is number 4. And if I'd have to include Darkfather, I'd be like number 4, because it's good. The Build-A-Figure itself is good. It's really tall and it looks massive, but I wish it was a little extra. But it is what it is. And again, I do not know why people make fun of this wave, man. This is a really good detail wave. I'm telling you, if you've not seen this wave, at least buy Wonder Woman, Batman. You have to look at him in person, because when you look at him in person, you're going to see the amount of detail, and you're probably going to buy it. And yes, this is 100%. I highly recommend getting this wave, because you can get this on sale for like less than $100. Because each one goes for $25, and I've seen this go for on sale for $80. I think Best Buy had a deal for $80 for the full set. And I think getting it even at just regular retail price for $25 is a really good deal because the amount of detail. So if you can get it cheaper than that, cheaper than $100, it's a win for me, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree with me on this wave? Have you purchased this this whole entire wave? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So this includes an overview of the Dark Knights Death Metal Darkfather. Wow, can't speak right now. Getting a little sick here in my throat. But anyways, this concludes an overview of the Dark Knights Death Metal Darkside wave, and on to the next one.